Welcome back, Towners, to a game day food and football series. This week we're going to make a keto, low-carb, spicy bacon chicken ranch pizza. Let's get it. Welcome back, Towners, to our week 11 of our game day food and football series. This week we made a keto, low-carb, spicy bacon chicken ranch pizza, and we're going to jump right to the video on how we made it. Welcome back, Towners. All right, for this recipe here, we're going to make keto, low-carb, spicy chicken bacon ranch pizza. And to start off this recipe here, we have some cream cheese. We cut off 4 ounces of cream cheese and place it to a bowl. I'm going to save that little extra piece there for something else. Added that to our bowl, and to that we added in some mozzarella cheese. Took that and then placed that into the microwave for about a minute. Just do it enough for that your cream cheese and your cheese is softened enough for you to mix it up. To that we added in some almond flour and 1 egg. And then we took our spatula and just went ahead and just mixed all this up together. You're going to mix this up basically until everything is smooth and the cream cheese is consistent throughout the whole cheese mixture, as well as all of the almond flour has mixed in well in the egg. And set that to the side. We took some non-stick baking parchment paper. Went ahead and sprayed this with some cooking spray just in case, because this dough here is very sticky. So we scooped out the dough and placed it on top of our parchment paper. Used our hands to basically form the shape of our pizza crust. When I started pressing this out, it basically started to go into a square shape, so I just kept it as that. If you want to do a circular pattern, you're definitely free to do that. Or whatever shape you want to make it, but ours went for a shape, for a square, and that's what we went with. You can definitely still use a rolling pin if you do that. Definitely put some parchment paper over top of that so that way it doesn't stick on top. We then placed that onto a baking tray and then cut off the excess parchment paper, so sometimes that tends to burn in the oven. Put that in the oven at 400 degrees to let the crust cook. While that was cooking, we chopped up our additional toppings that we had. We had some rotisserie chicken, some plum tomatoes, yellow onions, some bacon, and some of our homies, the jalapenos. After our pizza crust came out of the oven, this is how it looked. We then took some ranch dressing. That's going to be our sauce or base layer for this pizza. Put down some ranch dressing and a basting brush and spread that around the whole bottom layer of the pizza. Feel free to go all the way to the edge on this if you like. It'll just basically help with the crust of that. We then started to make our pizza. We put down a bottom layer of mozzarella cheese and spread that out around the bottom over top of our ranch dressing. And then we went in and just added all of our additional toppings, our rotisserie chicken, our grape tomatoes, our yellow onions, our bacon pieces, and our homies, the jalapeno. After we put all of our toppings around and spread that out, we hit it off with another layer of mozzarella cheese and then pop that back into the oven at 400 degrees. Basically just enough for the cheese to melt, about 3 to 4 minutes. You can also put it under the broiler, but just make sure that you watch it so that way it doesn't burn. And after it came out of the oven, went ahead and took out our pizza cutter and cut it up into slices. Feel free to cut it in whatever shape you like, square shapes, pizza, or the traditional triangle slices. Took out a slice after it came out, and you can see there a nice little cheese pull. Some of the toppings are falling off of it. But this nice soft pizza crust held nice and firm, and all the toppings are cooked through. And this is how our pizza looked. This is our keto, low carb, spicy chicken bacon ranch pizza. This pizza came out very nice, very nice. All of the toppings are there. You can taste each flavor that you added to this. The cream cheese and the mozzarella added a nice thickness to that crust. The almond flour, it gave that bit of bready flavor to the crust, so it helps with the flavor of that also. Hope you guys enjoy this recipe. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you'd like to make any adjustments or substitutions to this, let us know. Let us know how you like this pizza. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy. Alright guys, that was our video on how we made our spicy chicken bacon ranch pizza. It's basically a fathead dough pizza that we made with almond flour. And I'll show you guys a close-up of it. Just grab a random slice. It's cooled down a bit so the cheese isn't as stringy, as stretchy as it is when it first came out. But here's a close-up. Hopefully you can see the bottom, crispy crust on the bottom. All the toppings there, tomato, jalapeno, chicken, bacon, and ranch as our sauce. Let's go for a taste. That's good. I can taste every flavor. Taste the bacon definitely, chicken, spice from the jalapenos, tomatoes. I get that tang from the ranch sauce as a sauce that we have for the dressing. And I can also have like some additional like ranch sauce here on the side because I like to dip my crust or the pizza in the ranch, so I should definitely do that also. But this comes out really good. Try this, guys. I don't take any almond flour at all in this crust. All the other toppings are just overpowering any of the almond flour flavor. Everything here was already like pre-cooked, so it's kind of like leftovers. So it's very quick and easy to put together. Just pop the dough in the oven and then just put your toppings on and make it. But try this out, guys. It's good. All right, let's get into our picks. Last week was another wild one. Some teams you expected to win didn't. And so we took some chances on some picks. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. But last week we ended up going 7, 6, and 1 because we also had a tie. Let's see. Let's go over them. I'm pretty sure everybody picked the Ravens to beat the Dolphins. That didn't happen. The Dolphins won that game 22-10. The Chiefs beat the Raiders. That game was like, it felt like the Chiefs just had the upper hand like throughout the whole game. If you watch the game, it's like even though the Raiders got close, like the big turning point was that Deshaun Jackson fumble. When I was watching, I was like, "What is he doing?" Because he had the guy beat by like 5 or 7 yards or so when he caught the ball, but he kind of stumbled a bit. But the guy was coming at him on a run. So what I'm thinking was that he tried to just switch directions really quick because the guy was coming at him full speed, but I guess it was like mid-stride, so the guy was able to turn towards him and tackle him. And when he did so, he just punched the ball loose. But if we were able to score that, I would have put the game 21-24 in the beginning of the third quarter. But that turnover just turned everything around, and they went around and just straight scored. So that made it, 14-31, and that pretty much helped putting it away at that point. The Cowboys destroyed the Falcons 43-3. The Titans beat the Saints. Colts beat the Jaguars, and that was a close game. The Jaguars almost had that one. The Patriots beat the Browns 45-7. The Bills beat the Jets. The Lions and Steelers, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people picked the Steelers to win that one, ended up in a tie, 16-16. That fumble was big. Washington lost. Washington beat the Buccaneers. Pretty sure a lot of people picked Tampa Bay to win that one. The Panthers beat the Cardinals. I didn't know. Well, I think by the time when I made the video last, I didn't know they already signed Cam Newton. He made a big difference in that game. Vikings beat the Chargers. Eagles beat the Broncos, and the Seahawks lost to the Packers. Also, when the time I made this video, I didn't know if Aaron Rodgers would be playing or not because of COVID protocols, but he was able to clear that on Saturday, so he was able to play that game, so that would have changed my pick also on that one. And the 49ers beat the Rams. So those were our last week's picks and results. So going into this week, week 11, let's see. All right, for our Thursday night game, we have the Super Bowl rematch from about 3 or 4 years ago. Patriots versus the Falcons. I'm pretty sure all week I'm going to see some 28-3 memes and pictures popping up from the Falcons having that 28-3 lead in the third quarter and losing that Super Bowl game. Patriots versus the Falcons. The Patriots have been playing really well lately, the last 2 or 3 games. Falcons, they're like just going so-so through it and somehow end up eking out some wins. I don't think they've had a dominant game where they just destroyed, or not destroyed, but just basically, they're going to win this game all the way through. They're just clearly beating the other team. So I'm going to go with the Patriots on this one. Patriots over the Falcons. For the 1 o'clock games, we have the Colts versus the Bills. The Bills put up that dud last week. The Colts, Jonathan Taylor's been killing, even though Henry from the Titans was the leading rusher until he got hurt. Taylor was second in rushing, but he's been still putting up some good numbers. I don't think he's even caught Henry's stats yet, but he eventually will because he's not going to play for the rest of the season. But Bills versus Colts. It's in. I'm going with Buffalo. I'm going with Buffalo on this one. It's getting colder. I don't know if it's going to be cold this weekend. I know it was snowing in some parts of that area, but we're going to go with the Bills over the Colts. Ravens versus Bears. I think the Ravens are going to have a bounce back game, and they're going to handle business against the Bears. Lamar Jackson, the Dolphins, they just were handling him. I don't know if they were doing a cover 2 or if they had a quarterback spy going on, but he was having problems with the defense that they had. But I'm going to go with the Ravens to win over the Bears. Lions versus Browns. We were picking the Lions to get that first win, and then they finally picked against them to get to lose, and then they actually tied. So, but I think the Browns are going to beat the Lions. Lions might go 0-15-1. Does that count as going defeated as the whole season if you don't win it all, but you do tie one? I don't know. I'll look that up. But Browns over the Lions. Titans versus Texans. We're going to go with Tennessee for that one. Tennessee over the Titans. Tennessee over the Texans. Vikings versus I'm seeing the first letter of the name, and I'm just calling it a completely different team. Packers versus Vikings. Vikings played good last week. Jefferson, he's doing a good job. Dalvin Cook, I know he's having some legal issues, but he still played. I think he got hurt. Packers over the Vikings. Dolphins versus the Jets. Toss up. This is a toss up. I think Brissett got hurt in that game, so I think they're going to be going back to Tua. They've been flip flopping on the quarterback for the Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Dolphins to beat the Jets. Jets, they just need some work. Saints versus Eagles. I'm going to go with the Eagles. The Saints, they're flip-flopping now between Trevor Siemian as a quarterback, and the running, what's his name, the other quarterback? Tyson Hill. I'm going to go with the Eagles, though. Eagles over the Saints. Even though the running back that left went to Houston and came back, Ingram, he came back and had a big game. Because even though Al Kamara was hurt, I don't know if he's going to come back for the next game or not. But I'm going to go with the Eagles over the Saints. And then Washington football team versus the Panthers. I think Cam Newton's going to be starting now going forward for this. So I'm going to go with the Panthers. I think it's a home game. Panthers are going to go crazy. Crowd's going to go crazy for them. I'm going to go with the Panthers. Panthers over Washington. Jaguars versus the 49ers. 49ers are going to pick that one. Jaguars, they almost won that game last week, but what the 49ers did to the Rams, we're going to go with the 49ers. For the 4 o'clock games, Bengals versus the Raiders. Bengals, they were 5-2, just like the Raiders 5, and they lost the last 2 games. This is a toss-up. It's in Las Vegas. I mean, maybe another week with Deshaun Jackson, have a full week of practice. Hopefully it'll be better with, running routes, because he signed on, I believe, Monday, so they sort of had about 5 or 6 days worth of practice, but he was still limited. I think OBJ signed with the Rams Wednesday or so, after 3 days of practice, and he came out and played like almost half of the snaps. So I'm like, I guess it's just maybe if you're familiar with the system or how things go, how much they determine or how much they play, but they definitely need his speed. But the Bengals were playing great at the beginning of the season. Jamar Chase, he's just catching bombs. With the Raiders, what they have problems with, the Raiders have problems with the screen passes and check down passes. Like they'll either, if they don't blitz and go all out double teaming tight ends or wide receivers, and they'll just keep dumbing it off. Like they don't have a dedicated quarterback spy, to watch the running back or anything like that. And teams that do that kill the Raiders. I know the Bengals did that a lot when they had Giovanni Bernard. I don't know if they do that as much with Mixon. He's just a straight runner, but I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I'm gonna go with the Raiders who beat the Bengals on this one. Next 4 o'clock game is Cowboys versus Chiefs. This is gonna be a good game. Cowboys versus Chiefs. I think it's gonna be on TV also. In Kansas City, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Cowboys versus the Chiefs. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys on that one. Chiefs are good, y'all. Sorry. Chiefs are good. Cowboys over the Chiefs. Cardinals versus the Seahawks. I don't know if Kyler Murray's gonna be back. Seahawks look horrible last week against the Packers. It's in Seattle. 8-2 versus 3-6 division game, so the records don't really mean anything, but I don't know if Kyler Murray is playing. I know that Seahawks quarterback just came back. I'll go with the Cardinals on this one. We'll the Cardinals over the Seahawks. And then the Sunday night game is the Steelers versus the Chargers. Chargers look good, but they sputter at times. The Steelers, TJ Watt got hurt. I don't know if he's going to be back or not. So I'm going to go with the Chargers to beat the Steelers over on Sunday Night Football. And Monday night, Buccaneers versus the Giants. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers, but watch the Giants do something and just surprise everybody. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers to win that game. So the picks that we have for this week are Patriots over the Falcons, Bills over the Colts, Ravens over the Bears, Browns over the Lions, Titans over the Texans, Packers over the Vikings, Dolphins over the Jets, Eagles over the Saints, Panthers over Washington, 49ers over the Jaguars, Raiders over the Bengals, Cowboys over the Chiefs, Cardinals over the Seahawks, Chargers over the Steelers, and Buccaneers over the Giants. As always, guys, let me know if you like this recipe, how you like it in the comment section below, if you want to try it or whatever, if you made it, whatever things you would do different to it. Also, let me know what you guys like to eat or have for your game days, how your week went with your picks, your teams, your favorite team, or whatever, anything related to football or food. And as always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy.
Enjoy. And please subscribe. Enjoy.
Hey Towners, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. All ingredients and directions are listed in the description box below each video. And as always, thank you guys for watching.